Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man Bad Chad and Queen Jolene's on the camera and we are on air. Yesterday I took a rusty trailer fender that I found out in the junk pile. I sectioned it or shrunk it, made it smaller obviously, welded it back together. I made two patterns for each side. I made them bigger than they had to be because basically what I'm making is I'm making a tire side mount, but actually what I'm doing is I'm Frenching something. And when you French something, it's like a French kiss. It goes inside. So I'm Frenching the trailer fender and the two side pieces, and I made it larger than it has to be. So when I stick it in here, then I can trace it off to make it fit. I've got both of them welded up. I welded this one all up, welded all the way along this one. I welded this one up, and I got this one all done. That way there, we can get one in there. I've got a tire in there. It's good and tight. I didn't make it too big, that's for sure, but it's nice and tight and right. And also I'd rather it having it tight in there. The reason being is because I'm not sure what I am going to do to make it stay there yet, but I would like to be tight in the pocket itself. I do not want it rattling around, so I have to fabricate something else real quick. But I'm happy with what's going on there. I'm going to try it in there. I did not get it fitting in there. I just kind of left it where we were at. But what I did do is I fabricated another one so I can do the other side. I'm not going to have to run as fast today because I'm thinking that we're going to do it fairly quick to get that put in there. And then we're just going to repeat the process to the other side. I'm going to stick this in there. Just want to look at it for a second. I guess it doesn't much matter. It doesn't much matter. When I pick this up, this is quite heavy. As I pick that up and figure that it's heavy, this is what I'm going to do. It's not going to take off too far. I'm going to take a jack and put it underneath that fender because I'm going to be shoving on it, and I don't want to shove down on the fender with it cut open. Just want to put that there more or less to secure the front fender, not doing anything other than securing the front fender there. Let's pick this bad boy up. That way there, it gives me, I want this to go down inside there. Wow, we are going down. Just, all right. Now, I'm a little bit wider at the top than I am at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, because it's not going down in there right now because of, it's getting a bit tight. I'm going to cut a little bit more off it, just a little bit, and then we'll slide it down in there a little bit further. Okay. I'm going to run a piece of tape on that because then I can see it instead of the black marker. This is not the point to mess it up. I'm going to run a little bit more off it. Just going to take a tape measure and check it out. I want to thank everybody for coming back. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. 6.5. All the way down. Nope. Yeah, I guess. Let's cut it. Gotta get my zip cut. Got my wrong grinder. So it wasn't quite a job. All I had to do is perform the exact same thing I did on the first one as I did on the second one. And I didn't use any air to cool it off. I just welded it up. I went from one, put it aside, then I welded a little bit on that one, then I went back to that one. That's what I did. Alrighty. Let's cut a little more out of this bad boy. not going to cut the corners square on it. I have a chance to round them off because I'm cutting it wider, so that's what I'm going to do. I marked it here when I took it off last time. I marked it there to try to make it fit just a little bit better, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what happens. It's quite heavy. There's going to have to be a brace made underneath. Slid in nice. So you can come see how much room we got. We got quite a bit of distance going on right there, from there to there. Can you see that? You want to? Yeah, you can see that. All right. I probably didn't grind that one out the best, but that's ground out nice. That's ground out nice. We get a little bit of a corner going on there. That's okay. We got our, nope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten that up. When I put that wheel in there, I want to make sure that wheel is good and straight. I'm thinking. I have a little bit of a concern going on there. We're fine there. We're good there. We got a little bit of a... Tell me when it's straight there, sweetheart. Can you tell me when it's lined up straight, when it looks straight? Because it takes off on me. I'm going to pull it back out and just knock a little... Nope. I got lots of room there. It's above the hubcap. Back there's good. I'm gonna turn it around and see what happens. To see if it fits better. Why wouldn't I? Ooh. That fits way better. That fits way better. Hard to believe, but it's true. Now I'm kind of wanting that. I want the wheel straight with that. So I want that leaned in there just a little bit, like so. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on the welder. Actually, I know I'm going that way backwards, so I'm going to pull it back out, clean all the way around the edge, and then I'll tack it in there. That fits nice. All right, clean all around the edge. lay this down for a second. Check it out. Doesn't matter. All right, let's put it back in. It fits backwards better than it does frontwards, so that's where I'm going with it. Does it matter? Does it matter? Let's take and move this up. Let's see what happens. Just trying to make the best fit, that's all. It fits nice up in there. We get a little corner going on there, but that's nothing out of hand. So I just have to get it where I want it. All right, let's turn the welder on. That went fairly easy. So basically I'm just Frenching a wheel, or Frenching a wheel cover, or half a wheel. Dun, 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 dun. What I'll do on this one is I'll get this one in place, get it all cut and get all the pieces cut off, because I'm going to tack it in there right now, because I can cut it off because I can see exactly where I've got to cut it off at. Just pull the tire out and then cut it off, and then I'll make a paper pattern of this one and transfer it to the fender on the other side, so we'll have the exact same thing going on and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to straighten that wheel up a little bit. Do you want to come with the camera, baby, and tell me when it's straight? If you'll do that, just come over here and just eye that wheel up, like it. Just look at it, it's going straight. Basically, I just want it, because does it look like it's leaned over a little bit right now? Okay, so tell me when do you think I can tack it? Huh? Good right there? What? You looking at it?
Yeah.
You're perfect. You got it or what? Take a look at it again. I do just a little bit more. Just like it's kind of leaned out a little bit. Gonna do a little bit more. Just needs a zip cut right there. Just a little bit more. See what happens. I'm happy with that. Looks nice and straight, doesn't it? And you can still get your hand in here. Just take your hand in there and turn your lever, pull your hood straight up, flops over. Just want to look at it one more time before I start. I'm gonna looks good to me. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run around, tack the whole thing around, because it's at where I want it to be, I'm figuring. Just got the jack there to hold the fender, obviously. Fits really good. Fits really good. Alrighty. I'm taking this. Before I do that, so make sure that wheel's straight. And we're about level. Loving it. I'm loving it. And what we're doing here, it's causing quite a bit of commotion from what I understand, like whether I'm doing the right thing or not, or if I'm whatever. It's causing quite a bit of commotion, but that's good. And that just means that we have a piece of art going on if it's causing commotion. That is good. I will not be putting on, well, I'm not saying I will not be putting on, but I'm thinking that just the tires going in with the hubcap. Good. Just want to tack that. Now we're going to cut it off. And we're going to see what it really looks like. We'll cut it off almost to the fender, and then we'll flapper wheel it off. We'll leave all the spot welds on, and we'll flapper wheel in between. Then we can sand them off after. Don't want to cut the fender, that's all. I'm going to put a bigger zip cut on it. Don't want to take any shape out of the fender. Not at all. And that's why I left extra up here, because I had this going on. I didn't have to leave all that, what I left on there, I don't think, but basically I wanted enough to make sure that I was doing it. And it was not going to fail, I guess. Stop it. Pull my cord out. If it'll catch, it will. That's what I've learned about extension cords. If it'll catch, it will. cut it from that side because I can see the spot welds on this side. I just didn't go below it, that's all. Trying to get a little bit closer, that's all. I've got a little spot here and a spot there. I'll probably end up cutting them off and then pushing it out a little bit further. And the reason being is because I'd like to have that out a little bit further. Hard on me. All right. I'm not going to set that there because I'll probably end up breaking the blade. Now I'm just going to take this and shove this in there somewhere. Apply it. Turn the welder back on. Get my third arm. And I'm going to push that over a little bit just so it just gives me a little bit more room. The wheel was tight. The wheel is tight. Which is no biggie, it just fits better, that's all. Just looking here for a second. I'm going to just tap that with the... No, I don't think I have to tap with the hammer. That's good. Got one down here. I got to pull up my third arm. I'm going to tack it again just because I didn't do a good job. I did on that one. Now, got my hammer here. Tap it around. Don't think that's going to matter much. I'm going to cut this one tighter. Stab myself in the guts probably with that. Probably just pull it over, probably the best thing. Alright, that did it. Now, let's take the flapper wheel, knock it down so it can be welded. What I'm going to do, obviously, I've got it tacked in there, which makes it high in certain places. So now I'm going to sand it down flush where there's no tacks. So I'll sand it down flush in between each spot weld. And then when I get that, I'll come in here and tack that and tack in between where I got it flushed off. And then I'll take the flapper wheel and knock them welds off that I already have so I can get it all down to the right playing field. But I do not want to cut off what I have now because it'll take off on me. I don't want to do that, so I'm leaving that until I get it sanded. What am I going to say? When I was younger, starting in this game, I did not like fender skirts either. I thought they looked old manish, basically. That's what I thought. I thought they were for the older people. But as I learned more, and as I informed myself, and as I progressed in custom cars, that's what they used to do, and what they used to look like, and that's what they would do to fancy up their cars. It's just like today, a lot of young people put mufflers on their cars. Well, back in the day, a lot of people put fender skirts on their cars because that was the custom thing to do to make their cars stand out and be unique. And as I, got going on this game, I feel that I have grown to like them. I've grown to like them. I respect them. I respect the past of what cars used to look like. If you're not able to get past, if you're not able to look at anything or everything or anything without prejudice, then you really can see the beauty in everything. Like we have a bunch of different cars out there. I like Camaros, I like Mustangs, I like all that sort of stuff. But in actual fact, I enjoy changing and buying cheaper cars to make things. And as I can tell, as the comments come in, and Jolene tells me some things that there's a lot of controversy on things, but you really have to, if you see the style of car I'm making here, this is nothing different than that was made years ago. Like this would be a custom car that would be running around in probably the 40s or 50s or whatever. That's what they would have done. I really am not doing anything different than someone has already done, other than I'm doing it on a Hudson Terraplane, and it's 2023. It's not 1940. So what I'm doing here is nothing really, in all honesty, special. It's what they've done many years ago, and I'm just kind of reliving their life through this car. And you guys are living it with me, basically. So if you look at these cars when they first coming out, probably the first car that was customized was the first car that was built. The first race was when there was two. So there's many things that have been done. There's different ways of doing things. There's different styles. And this style, I am copying a style that's already been done. I am not doing anything different from anybody else that hasn't already been done. I'm just doing it in 2023. And that's basically the end of it. Trying to hit probably could have left a little more meat on the fender probably, and the reason being is I could have melted it down on the fender. And this style is imitated all the time. Like, I'm not the only one that imitates this style. There's a bunch of people that do it. But you really have to stop and look at things, you know, just to... Now we'll just buff off all the, you want to turn that off for a sec, sweetheart? Just buff off all the pieces that are standing up, and then I can knock them on. So we'll just go off here where this one's standing up. Gonna knock off a little bit more. First, I'm gonna stop that for a second, just because you know what's going on there. I'll get back to it. I'm gonna do this, just for shits and giggles. I have these little pieces that go on, or that I want to put on the fender skirt. I have these little pieces here that I want to put on. Jolene said it would look nice if I got that little centerpiece blue. That can be done after. But I want to put them on there somewhere. So what I'm going to do is, did I turn the air hose on? Probably not. Turn the air hose on. And this can heal while I'm doing that. Get the air hose. How long am I in, sweetheart? What? All kinds of time. So I'm just going to take this here. There was a couple little pins on it, but one was broken and pretty hard to put them on when the pins are broke. What I'm going to do. Just going to rough the surface up inside there. I probably could get a pointy die grinder. I don't think it's necessary. I'll be right back. Had to shut the door, and the reason because there's so much dust flying around. Had to shut the door in this joint, keep the dust down. Let's do that. No, I want something else. Don't have to do much. All right, let's get out of here. Get out of here. Alrighty. I'm going to mix up a little bit of fiberglass. If I mix up too much, oh well. I'm going to thin it down a little bit just to make it flow a little nicer. That's just some resin, fiberglass resin. I've done this trick many times. I've showed many times. If you're new to this station, when I fiberglass things, I like to thin my fiberglass down so it's a little bit more thinner instead of being so thick. Just run it down just a little tiny bit more. I roughed up the inside of that trim piece because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fiberglass inside the trim piece. Might want to run some tape on it, I'm not sure. Probably what I could do. And you know, this trim piece is not in fantastic shape. It's just, you know, I'm going to put it on the car because I have it. Let's face it. I might clean it up a little bit. It looks like it could be cleaned. It's got paint on it from before, as you can tell. So I thinned down some fiberglass. When you mix this stuff, I think it's 3%. So 3%. So if I split the fiberglass in half, that would be 50. You split it in half again, that'd be 25. And then be 12 and a half. So 3% is, if you know what I'm saying, how you divide that down, I think that's what it's supposed to be. 3% of hardener to whatever size you have. And if you want to figure it out, just split it in half and split it in half again and work your way down to figure out how much hardener you need. I guess that'd be a basic way if you wanted to know for sure. Basically, I just put it in there and let it turn or let it go. Like, generally, yeah, after a while, a person just guesses at it like I do. I probably shouldn't do that. Probably putting air in it like Jimbo said. It's going to take and fill the back of this. Once I fill the back of this, then I'm able to put two-phase tape on this trim piece without put some tape on there to get that off. So we're just going to leave it like that. Now that's going to dry, and what I'm going to say is I'm going to be able to put two-phase tape on this edge here. I should put a little bit more in there. Probably should have done both of them. I'm going to see if I can get it done. Probably not. Probably take off. Well, it's reduced down quite heavy, so it might not harden up on me right away. The reason I'm doing this is I'm scratching up so that fiberglass will hold on. I'm going to try to do it without tape. The reason being is I'm afraid my fiberglass is going to take off on me, and I want to use it. Awesome. Just enough. Get in there. Nope. I should just knock off on the front of that, no problem. There's nothing sand it. Just gonna clean that off. Awesome. Just like that. I probably will end up taking a grinder and just flatten that off so it's flat, so I can get my two-phase tape stick to it. That way there I can run, I got some two-phase tape. Oop, that's some two-phase tape. What I'm talking about is this stuff. So it's 3M. So I can run some on the back of that, stick it to that, and then I can stick it to the fender skirt itself, and then I have a place how to apply that. I just wanted to do that while I'm doing that, I guess. I'm not sure why I jumped into that, but I did. Think about killing two birds with one stone, I guess. And you can do that with any trim if you wanted to. I mean, I've thought about it, like instead of getting the clips and all that stuff going, sometimes the clips are nothing but a place for rust and just a hassle sometimes. I'm going to knock some more of this off and get this tabbed on, and then we'll stick a white wall in it and it's almost nice to leave it up just a little bit, because then I can weld down on top of it and melt it all down into the fender. If you know what I'm trying to say, instead of trying to knock it off flush on that angle, we got an angle coming up this way and an angle in this way. If I leave this metal up just a little tiny bit, when I hit it with the welder, it melts down and I can melt it right into the top of the skirt or the side mount. Got two things on my brain. Jolene in the skirt and side mount. My Queen Jolene. And then we'll knock the other ones off. Alrighty, I'll do some of the corner work with the coat hanger. I'm going to take and shut this off. I think we have enough in those, I'm hoping. Yeah, lots in them. Flatten them off. Alrighty, got a wheel. I have to thank Valley Tire this morning for quick service. I want to thank them very much. Appreciate it. And I want to thank old John, my friend from a long time at Filthy Phil's, for making us a good donair, or a steak sandwich, whatever you call it. Steak donair or something like that. It's good. Ooh. Now, I don't enjoy, looks good. So I just got the wheel like that. It's a nice, I wanted a nice tight fit on that side mount, and the reason being is I don't want it slopping all over the place. I want to make it a nice tight fit. So we got our first side mount in. We're doing 2 of them. I've got one made over there. That one in fairly decent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper pattern of this one. Just take paper and rub over top of it. And then I'm going to take it over here and mark it on this fender, hopefully to get it in the same distance. And that's going to be a thing too. I'm going to have to be eyeing them up, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, to do that sort of stuff. And if you do not, you're going to fool yourself. You'll get it all welded up and you will not be happy. Probably not. But if you get it made right, that's cool. Alrighty, we got one side mount done. And remember, I'm not doing anything that has not already been done. I'm not, all I'm doing it is doing it again so everybody can see it being done, basically. These things here, I'm going to be happy with those. I'll put a little 2-phase tape. I already showed you the 2-phase tape. Then I can glue them on. Make sure I try to get them on the same distance. What I'll do is I'll put a piece of tape on the front half far away, put a piece of tape the distance and the height, and I'll make it do it on the other side. I noticed when I had them sitting there, I just taped them on. I did not measure them or anything, so that's why they probably didn't look exactly right. Alrighty, thank you very much for coming back. I appreciate it, and hope you'll come back tomorrow. Thanks for all the good comments, and if they're not good comments, thank you for being entertained and coming back. Like, subscribe, comment. See you tomorrow.